Welcome in. We are here, the start of week 16. I can't believe it. Had a long show last night. Made it pretty easy for a lot of people. Answered a lot of questions. But of course, things continue to change. So we always try to adapt the best we can. Any case, I'm here to answer your questions. Big game, Broncos versus my Bolts. So we'll see how this goes. But let's start with Chad. All right, Chad. Kendra, Patrick Taylor, Tracy. I agree. It's probably Tracy. Miller's close. I'm not trusting Taylor whatsoever. I'm not trusting any 49er running back. So at this point, you're ruling out Miller. Tracy. It's standard, which I don't love. I think his boost actually really does come with his PPR usage and Drew Lock being back. So with that in mind, it's probably Tracy, but it's really close with Kendra and standard. Especially if Kamara does, in fact, miss. I know that they are saying he is potentially out, but until that is confirmed, not trusting it. So, and then need to wide receiver and flex. It's going to be, I'm assuming JJ is Justin Jefferson. So I'm going to go Justin Jefferson, McLaurin, and then Neighbors. Yeah. Wrap you up here and get you out. Daniels or Baker? I'm pretty sure I have Baker higher this week. Yes, it's Baker. He is my number 2 quarterback currently. I think he's pretty safe, and I'm not scared of the matchup, but it is also the fact that Daniels did struggle in the last time they met. So good luck, Chad. All right, Ryan. Broncos or Colts? It's Colts. Not even close. Yep. I would agree. I do think Broncos will be fine. I currently have them as my defense number 14 this week. I just am expecting a lower scoring game, so it's a lot safer. But again, I don't think the Colts. I think the Colts will be just fine against Rudolph. Blaine, Broncos or Packers? It's the Packers for me. I have them at my. They're my number 3 defense this week. So, should be pretty good there, too. All right, Brian. Broncos or Vikings? It's still Vikings. They're my number 4 defense. I know Broncos are a good defense. However, this is just, I'm not expecting a whole lot of turnovers. Both teams have been pretty good at keeping control of the ball. Expect this to be lower scoring. The other worry is if this ends up being a shootout, Broncos get in trouble there. So, yeah, I'd rather just not risk it. All right, Ryan. Jay Daniels or Sam Darnold? That I feel like is actually pretty close. I have them literally back to back at 9 and 10, and I have Darnold slightly in front of him. So I would go with Darnold over Daniels, but I really don't think you go wrong. It's just Darnold's on a hot streak. Don't get me wrong, Daniels is also on a hot streak with the safer floor. It's just really flipping a coin here. The 300 yards is what kind of gives you a boost for Darnold. I just don't see Daniels throwing for that much against the Eagles. So, AW, it's Fryermuth or Strange. With Pickens officially being ruled out today, I am going to have Fryermuth. Rank in order. Broncos, Raiders, Colts, and so it's just those 3. Okay, I have it as Colts, Broncos, Raiders. Yep, that would be the order, MCA. And then start 2, Ridley, Dobbs, McMillan. I'm sitting Dobbs, so it's going to be Ridley and McMillan. Chris, Merry Christmas. Lad tonight. Others are. I'm playing. So you're playing 3, including Lad. So it's definitely going to be Adams. It's then probably going to be Lad and Cup. Those would be the 3 that I would play of that, 5-person list. All right, MCA. Ooh. This is a good one. Caleb, Rogers, Penix, or Stroud? I think it is Stroud? Where the heck do I have Stroud? Nope. Stroud, Caleb, Rodgers. Yep. It's Rodgers for me. I have him as my quarterback 11. The other ones are significantly lower than that. So that's who I'm rolling out. Alrighty. John, let's see here. 2 super flex. Bo Nix or Geno Smith for one. If I'm of those two, I have Nix higher. So Nix is definitely a safer play, and then Herbert or Stroud. I have Herbert higher. So you're playing the guys tonight, unfortunately. So good luck, John. All right, Josh. Falcons or Broncos? Looking at defenses again. Man, you guys are really into the defenses this week. It is the Falcons. I have them as my number 2 defense this week. All right, AW. Spears, Pacheco, or Miller? If Pollard is out, it's Spears, and it's not close. And then I'm going to go Kendre, and then Pacheco. Of course. Good luck. All right, Joe. Let's see. Pick 2. Ladd, Jennings, Myers, or Moore. Woof. It's half. I still think I'm going to go. Man, do I have Jennings higher? It's close between Myers and Jennings. It's Jennings and McConkey. Man, that's rough. So, yeah, Rodgers just has more upside this week. Stroud's going to be fine, but again, he's really been hurt by the fact that Mixon just continues to score and is bringing down his touchdown numbers. The passing touchdowns really is what Stroud needs, and it's just hasn't been an ideal situation for him. Maybe that changes this week. Yep, absolutely. Happy to help. All right, Tony. Broncos or Bengals? Again, the Bengals are my number 1 defense this week. So that is how I have it, and it's not particularly close. So, if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Get your questions now. All right. Oh, there's a new one. John, Ladd McConkey or Jerome Ford? Ooh. This is, again, depending on what you're looking for. I have Ford as a safer play and a pretty high. So, but if you are chasing upside, it has to be McConkey. So, again, really depends on what you need. I personally would play the half is kind of what's hurting it here because I think that actually benefits Ford more. Because I also believe he's more likely to score the touchdown. All right, Ryan. 1 RB and a flex. So it's going to be Dowdle, and then it's going to be McMillan. So yeah, double check and make sure that's right. All righty. Yeah, makes it easy. Okay. You're welcome, John. Always happy to help. Hope to help. That's always the goal here. If you guys have more questions, please ask. If you missed it, yesterday we went through a lot of different things, talked about a lot of stuff. The one thing that I was most excited about is today, Taco Bell came out with chicken nuggets. I tried them. They're pretty good. The breading actually has tortilla in it, so that was interesting. It's a lot of meat, which I also enjoyed. They have a box with the nacho fries for $5.99 on the app. Really good. I enjoyed it. Overall, I would rank it probably on the higher end. I like the amount that you get with it. The dipping sauce is really what pushes over the edge. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. Man, you guys are just quiet over here. Okay. Well, you are going to be quiet. Then I'll just start putting out some of my favorite options. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Josh. Saving me here. I appreciate it. All right. Brian Robinson, Keenan Allen, Jawan Jennings, DK Metcalf, pick 2. It's going to be Jennings and Brian Robinson, but I don't absolutely love it at all. Think Hollywood does anything the next 2 weeks. Maybe next week, but the fact that he doesn't have that rapport with Mahomes yet, it's been almost all year that he's been out. I just really struggle. Right now, they've been really focusing on trying to get the ball to Worthy, and so I'm just super nervous on it, to be completely honest with you, and I'm probably staying away the best I can. So, unfortunately, that's just where we are. But it's how it goes. MCA, just curious. You're the only guy people at. I'm on Fantasy Pros, but I honestly couldn't tell you how I actually do. Part of that being that one of the issues with that is once the games start on Sunday, you aren't able to adjust for any late breaking news. Also, I'm usually doing this on Sunday, and more often than not, I forget to publish. So my rankings come from whatever news I put out on, for example, today. But yeah, I'm on Fantasy Pros, Jason Draven. So, but yeah, with that in mind, I mean, I do okay. Let's see what I did last week, for example. Oh, sorry. I'll come back. Give me a second. Josh Laporta or Jonnu. I'm going to still lean Smith here. It does make me a little nervous, but he's just continues to find the end zone and be a big part of that offense. And with Tua being very gun shy since his return, you have to just keep rolling out Jonnu. All right, Tony, need a third or possibly fourth between. Honestly, I like both of these options. I think Brian Thomas, of course, has more upside, but I really don't think you go wrong between those 2 wide receivers than other flex options. I play both wide receivers over all of those options. But if you want to pick one of them, it's probably going to be if it's PPR, it's Tracy. If it's half or standard, it's Brian Robinson. So, yes, I was actually born in San Diego. Both my parents were inland military, so I grew up on Camp Pendleton, and then was exported to Kansas. So I've lived here way too long, and have just always supported San Diego. So, and now I guess LA, because just how it goes. I was a big fan of Rivers, LT, all of it. Really big fan of Junior Seau. So, all right, Ryan. 2 wide receivers and a flex. I'm assuming that's Zay Flowers. So it's definitely going to be Flowers. Then you're probably going to go Worthy. Then you get into an iffy spot. I think I'm going to go. Do I want to go with Watson? No, I just can't do it. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Miller. Assuming Kamara is out, it's going to be Flowers, Worthy, and Miller. Dakota, it really depends on the other options. I do think he's a safe play. I currently have him at my quarterback 14. So, mostly because Jalil's out. So I think that actually means he's going to have to run a little bit to help spell Javonte. Preston, who gets benched? In PPR, I just wish I could trust Hill. That's the issue. So because of that, I'm going to bench Hill. I know Taylor's going to touch the ball, and more than likely he's going to find the end zone. We're hoping. It's very difficult to trust Taylor with Richardson there. It's been brutal. So I'm struggling with it. But those are the 2 between. So you're definitely starting Ladd. Hill just hasn't been doing a whole lot. Neither has JT, to be honest. He only has 1 double-digit two now, double-digit fantasy games with Richardson, and it really takes him scoring to get that. So I think that happens. So I'm going to say that's who you're probably playing because I'm worried about Hill doing that. All right. John, need one. Ford, Amari, Njoku. Ford. He's the only one I know that's going to touch the ball on this list. Njoku doesn't look like he's going to play. And then Cooper, we saw how difficult that was, and they just disappeared. Yes, sir. Bolt up for sure. All right, Nick. Knicks or Rodgers? Ooh, I'm pretty sure I have Knicks. Nope, I lied. It's Rodgers. Again, that's more for upside. If you still want to play it safe, it's going to be Knicks. I think the rushing floor is there tonight in particular because of the matchup. I doubt they will put a spy on him to try and keep him in the pocket. So with that in mind, I'm going to say that Knicks is your safe play with Rodgers having more upside. Lloyd, Tua versus Herbert. It's Herbert. Again, mostly because Tua's just been so ding and dunk, and I'm nervous about this game overall. We just saw two teams that I thought would be a shootout do 12 and 6 points last Thursday. So trusting Tua seems to be very difficult. And I would say that Stafford is a better quarterback currently with his wide receiver options. Tua is. So gonna play Herbert, unfortunately. Don't really like either of them this week, though. So, all right, Alfred. Hill, Coker, or Dunze? That's tough. Hill has a incentive in his contract for, I think he needs 18 more catches. No, 8 more catches over the next 2 weeks. So they're going to try and get that to him. I just don't know if that's going to happen this week or not. He has to see a handful, and I think that helps. However, with Leggett being out, I'm probably going to go Coker just because that offense seems to have something going, and really hoping that is how it works. What rank? Yes. I'm not terrified of Goff. No, I'm not worried about him in Chicago at all, actually. I have Goff as my quarterback for this week, and it's mostly, I know. I get it. He's outside. It's one of the few times he's going to be outside. It's just I really think he has to throw. He's been showing out. The fact that they don't have David Montgomery, they can't lean on Gibbs. They don't want it broken. They are looking to the playoffs. So with that in mind, I have Goff high because they aren't going to want him to get hurt, and they want to throw it. They have to get him up and moving. Ryan. Okay, here. 1 wide receiver and 2 flex. It's definitely Jameson Williams, Devontae Smith, and then I get into a gray area. I think I'm going to go Thielen. It's just close with Miller because it's half. But yeah, I'm probably going to go Thielen there. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Forgot to put it up there. All right, Alfred. Yes, he is dealing with injury. It hasn't been anything too serious. He's just questionable because he's not used to being in the situation. The pain is too much for the young guy, but he will be playing. Leggett is the one who I'm more worried about not playing due to his actual health. And we saw him actually go out. I know that Coker is kind of a big play ability, but let's see. Where to find 32 beat writers at? I'll double check. I'm not seeing anything. It's so frustrating. Nope. All 22. Yeah, it really looks like everything is pointing towards him playing, though. So I'm really going to lean Coker still. All right. I am going to go back to where the heck did he go? This. Yeah. So I am a part. The website is a part of Fantasy Pros. So with that in mind, I'm one of the few people on our website who publishes rankings every week. And let's see, how did I do last week? Try and pull it up for you, make sure it's. I know this is super riveting, but if you guys have questions, ask them, and I will make sure to get them answered. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. But come on, why aren't you popping up? Okay. Well, now I'm not sure why it's not popping up. Dang it. I was hoping to be able to get this to you. All right, Ryan. Let's see here. Henry or Hawkinson? Because I'm more worried about them being able to move the ball, I'm going to go Henry here. Hawkinson, again, I think this is going to be a heavy Aaron Jones game. So I'm going to lean that. And then it's going to be the Colts still. Colts are my number 3 defense, I believe. So makes it easy. Well, somewhat easy, I guess. All right. Well, it's looking like it's pretty quiet. If you guys don't have any more questions, I'm not going to hold you. But I was trying to get the information out for you. My best area usually is quarterbacks and defenses. I'm one of the better rankers in those areas. I usually struggle at running back because, again, I'm usually on here and always forget to actually hit submit after because I have to have them in before noon Central. But that was also last week. I wish I could see an overview of the entirety of it. 2 weeks ago, I was on fire. I was one of the best at quarterbacks, one of the best at running backs, one of the best at tight ends, and then was way off on my kickers, which doesn't really surprise me because I go back and forth on that. Ryan, you too. Good luck. Hopefully tonight starts off well. All right, who should I play in my flex? Well, Garindo is potentially out, so we're going to keep that in mind. I have McMillan the highest. However, Flowers has been a decent play. So if you're wanting to play it safe, it's probably Flowers. I just don't love this matchup for him. McMillan actually has a much better matchup and has what I would consider the wide receiver 2 role on this team. So that's how I would roll. But again, it's very hit or miss and difficult to deal with. So I would probably go McMillan because that's who I believe in. I think that offense is going to move. That's the one way that I think. Well, the Buccaneers should be able to move the ball because they don't have a defense, so they have to score. And so because of that, they get a massive boost. Yeah. Just kind of how that goes. I'm actually surprised. I do pretty solid overall. All right. Well, any case, I appreciate you all for coming in. I figured this would be a slow week. I thought with all the questions in Bleacher that I would be able to have more people, but just didn't happen. So that in mind, I hope you all have a good week 16. Tomorrow we have, of course, the betting show. And then I will be back on Sunday to answer all your start sit questions 1 hour before kickoff. I will be here at 11 a.m. Central to get all your questions answered, help you guys set your lineups, do all the basic stuff. And we'll be even further along because of the fact that we will know. We'll have a good idea of what injuries there are, who's actually going to be out. There's a lot of question marks up right now. So we've touched on a lot of people. Just going to hope for the best. No, I don't have a betting show. The website does, and the guys are some of the best. We do the betting lines every Friday. You see right here, locked in. So got to check it out. They do it Fridays. They continue to. I'm pretty sure they're at 58%, which isn't bad, but you're all good. All right. Well, in any case, good luck tonight. Good luck in the start of week 16. And, bolt up, baby, because it is that time. Till next time, remember, as always, to keep